Welcome to the flip side.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Yeah. All right. This has actually been a long time fan. He's actually developed his own merch for the show. Let me show you.
Ah,
Look at that.
oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That
It's
was
the
my
best-
Christmas present.
It's the best Christmas gift of all time.
Yeah. So, for any of you who don't know, this is my brother. Familia. Let's see what happens here.
Could be rough.
We don't really talk seriously most of the time, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah, I'm guilty for that.
We'll see how we go. All right. The point of you being here today is because who I have on the podcast are people, one, who have done hard things, or two, who have seen others do hard things. And I think that you've done both of those, and you have insights that I think are worthwhile for a lot of people.
Sweet.
Yeah. First thing we're going to start with is the behavioral school that you taught at. So
Yes, for 5 weeks. For 5 weeks, I did a block at a behavioural school in Western Sydney, and it was tough.
yeah, for you as well.
Yeah.
You mean not just like...
Well, I meant for me, but yeah, the school was tough too.
No, I mean like to see, but as well to like be in that experience was hard.
It was just all around tough.
Yeah.
The kids, the environment, the mental strain. It was just like, it was 5 weeks was plenty. I don't think anyone, and I said to the staff there, I don't think anyone should teach there for longer than a year, 2, maybe 3, because the environment is just...
Why do you think that?
You got to be built for that work, and you have to have really good coping / mental strategies to deal with what you see, because it's not normal.
Yeah.
What happens there? There's fights, there's swearing, they're joking about like abuse, about things that they just shouldn't know about, like no 10-year-old should know about.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just, you sit in the car after and you're like, you need to take like 30 seconds to be like, okay, that's over.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
drive
yeah.
home. And it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And just for some context, it's not necessarily a primary school. It's primary and
No.
a bit more.
It was like 10 to 16 years of age, that sort of bracket. So that's like year 4, 5 to like year 11-ish.
Yeah, 10, 11. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a bit of a mix.
Yeah. Okay. And I know during that time, like there were some stories that were just
Yeah.
blowing my mind. Because we're so not exposed to that a lot of the time and in a lot of our lives, which we're very lucky to have. But I thought something that was interesting was like you almost had to laugh sometimes to get through.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
And like it sounds a bit insensitive, but it's not in that way.
No.
It's like if you really internalized it all, it would
You
just...
would, yeah,
it
and
was-
that's what I mean. You couldn't really take it on board, and like because you're the teacher, you have to be serious in the moment. But afterwards, like sometimes you walk into the staff room and like you'd just be joking around, like, did you see this when like Thingy-mabob did this, like
Yeah.
obscenity, and it's
Yeah.
just like you have to laugh because. And like at the end of the day, it's sad because they're 10 years old saying and doing things that they just shouldn't be doing in ways that are just not healthy at all.
Yeah.
And obviously it's a product of their home or brothers or friends or whatever they hang out with. So yeah, you have to laugh a bit. Otherwise you'll go mad.
Yeah. Is there any story specifically that you think is worthwhile sharing to just demonstrate what kind of environment you were in?
Yeah. Yeah. So what I did is, as you know, after each day I recorded a voice memo on my phone to sort of have the memory. But I guess like looking back, thinking about it just now, it was a bit of a debrief
Yeah.
of just to like get it all out there and just, yep, that's what happened and it's done.
Yeah, like journaling.
Yeah, like journaling. One story that sticks out. Like there's so many, but like I had chairs thrown at me, like heavy metal chairs by a 10-year-old. I had kids bashing on windows saying they're gonna bash the S out of other kids. You effing FC. Just.
Yeah.
I had, what else did I have? I had a kid run at me with like a pencil like this, like stabbing. So I had to grab his arm and like to restrain him, and then he slapped me in the face with his other hand.
That's pretty resourceful.
Yeah. Had kids. I had this one girl, she jumped out of school. She just jumped the fence like 2 or 3 times, and she was in my class.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time it happened, I was a bit like, damn, like, what do we do? And the principal's like, you don't do anything. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
They go do what they got to do. And once they leave the grounds, it's not your responsibility. And I was like, that's fair. But like, they're 10 years old. So it's a bit like
scary. Yeah.
Yeah. In a rough part of Sydney. But like, they come back and they're all right. Like, the thing as well, they're tough kids as a result of that. And they're pretty resourceful.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, they know, like, they fortunately or unfortunately have had to take care of themselves in a lot of ways.
Yeah, 100%.
So they actually
like
go out there and know how to.
Like, I would back them, like, not that I would want to, but jumping out of school and like being able to take care of themselves rather than like some of the schools I've taught at, like private or like just regular run-of-the-mill schools. Like, I would actually worry if a 10-year-old ran out, but those kids, I actually wasn't too worried. Like, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. And did you find going to a school that was not a behavioural school after, and you mostly teach primary, going to a primary school after, what was the insight? Was it different to teach those kids now? Or what did you learn inside the behavioural school to manage yourself and them? I'll also just say, in these classes, it was usually 3 students around.
Yeah, so my class was probably 4.
Yeah.
4 students, 1 never turned up. I had 2 from 9 a.m, like when the bell went, and then a third would come at 11 for a half day because that's all this student could manage, and the day would be done at 2. So he was only there for 3 hours with a break of 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And he could barely manage, like...
Yeah.
The biggest thing taking into Catholic public schools was... Well, I went straight into my job that I'm in now, which is in a Catholic school. Was that first, before even the students, the teachers, like when you hear them talk about behaviors or their problems, you realize that they don't actually know what a behavior or a problem is. Some of them. That's not fair, but...
Yeah, as compared to what you've seen.
You see some kids like, oh, he's like pretty bad. And I'm like, nah, he's not pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. My pretty bad now is like violence, throwing chairs, like constant swearing, like abusing. Like I've seen staff get punched, bit, like fights. Just that's bad. Like if a kid doesn't do his work or says something silly or calls out, it's like, okay, it's a bit disruptive, but it's not world-ending like behavior.
Yeah, in comparison.
So that's probably the first thing. The second thing is it was refreshing to see kids that actually want to learn and be at the school, whereas the other one, they just like, they knew it was just like, oh, I've got to come here and like I've got to do this, and like I know I'm not going to learn anything and I know this is pointless, but I just have to come here. So they didn't really care.
Well, what do you think about the intention of just having schools like that?
I asked the assistant principal and maybe one of the principals, I think it was like week 2.
Yeah.
And I said, what are we doing here? I said, is this actually working? And they said the goal of those sorts of schools was to not keep a kid longer than 18 months. So a year and a half, which I think is right. So what happens is what I've seen happen, they're in a regular school and it's not working. So the regular school has to fill out a form. I think it's called a release form or something like that, which gets sent to either a department or to these behavior schools and describes the behavior in depth and why they don't fit into this school, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm not sure, it's either a government body or the school decides, yes, like that merits them changing school, or no, like you figure it out.
Yeah, okay.
And I read some of those, like for the students that I had, and their behavior in some of them you could see was improved because it would describe their behavior they were doing at the normal school.
Yeah,
but some of them, you're like, okay, yeah, that sounds like him. He's doing the same stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So the point of this school is to try and get them back into mainstream schools.
Okay.
From what I saw, and don't get me wrong, all those people there, they do the best they can, and they do like a very good job, but the best they can and a very good job for these kids, like, I don't know if it's enough. And I don't know what the solution is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Some of the kids, they said they've seen a lot of improvement.
Yeah.
Which is great. I was only there for 5 weeks, so I can't really say much. Well, I started in maybe March last year, 2025.
Oh, when you did the casual teaching.
Yes, I did a few casual days. And then I did a block. So probably like total like 2 months. And like I didn't see much change.
Yeah.
Because I had that question. I asked, like, does this work? Or like, what do we, like, do we just wait until they are 18 and they can just go do what they want? Do we wait until they end up in prison for whatever?
Yeah.
And there was probably a few kids where you could see that they were going to like be all right.
Yeah.
And there were some kids where you just were like, like this could be ugly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're never getting out of that cycle.
Yeah. It was just like...
Unless like there's some massive intervention and it's not that school.
Yeah. Like they would have to have like a life-changing event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so tough. And I think that's to be said as well about a lot of people in a lot of their situations. It doesn't necessarily have to be like super traumatic, but like you stay in your same habits, you stay in your same stuff. And if it's not helpful to you...
Yeah. It's just the environment is so terrible. Like,
yeah, you really have to like, I think potentially radically change your environment.
Yeah.
And a lot of those kids don't have that choice. That's not an option.
No.
Or like feed yourself good stuff and have something that's a good influence that you actually like, that you move towards somehow, or they step into your life.
Yeah.
Do you think that's true?
Yeah, 100%. And I think a lot of those teachers maybe are trying to be that.
Yeah.
Like I felt like for at least one of my students, you could have some sort of impact.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you do spend a lot of time with them, but they're coming in and going back to the same toxic environment. So it's, you're just...
babysitting in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
So what do you think your best strategy you came out with for managing people was?
Well, the main problem I had is they wouldn't want to do work or any learning
Yeah.
in a school,
Yeah.
which is an issue. Mm-hmm. And if the goal is to get them back into mainstream, and even some of the teachers, they said, like, just do what you can. Even if it was drawing or making something on Canva, like a poster, like they would say, that's all right. And like, yeah, that's all right. But if they go back into mainstream school and that's all they've been doing for the past year and a half, like,
yeah,
they're going to be like, nah. I think maybe the best strategy I had, which worked sometimes and sometimes it didn't, I had this maths program, it's called Quick Smart, and it was like sort of gamified a bit, like flashcards, how many you can do in 1 minute. It's called a speed sheet. So I started very easy. So it starts with like +2s, and then you go up +3s, +4s, and then you can go into like division, multiplication, whatever.
okay,
So I think I started with +2s.
yeah.
And they're 10 years old. So
I don't
like,
really actually know where they're meant to be. They're meant to be there.
yeah,
Able to +2.
yeah, like they
Yeah.
should be. Year 5, 6 should be like multiplication, but addition should be fine.
Should be done.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I started there. I started it a bit later because I only thought of it like 2 or 3 weeks in. But I think I got to like +5s or +6s with one.
Wow. from being able to do 2.
Yeah, and apparently it's the most work they'd done in like a while.
So you think it was the gamifying of it?
Yeah. Everyone loves a game.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as
It's
you...
be competitive,
Yeah.
even if it's with yourself, like PBs.
If you add any sort of competitive element, I think everyone loves it.
Yeah.
And like, that's why also I love teaching sport, because, well, everything is really a game. And...
Even life.
Even life. Love. Like, I think it's the easiest, for me anyway, when something's a game, it's the easiest way to teach, not necessarily what you're teaching, but the reaction and the grace or the resilience, which you can apply to any sort of learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like grace in when you win, grace when you lose, resilience when you lose. That sort of stuff. I think it's easiest to teach when anything's put into the form of a game.
Yeah, okay.
It's hard to just sit there and just be resilient with just like discipline, I guess.
Especially as a kid.
Yeah.
You, like they learn by interacting with the world. And I think there's something to say about the school system, which could be done better, which is like sitting down for however many hours.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. Anything you want to add about the school that you taught at? Any other insights? Anything that you thought were big, like learnings or takeaways?
I already knew, but it's very important to make sure that you got to be a bit selfish in terms of you have to manage yourself before you can manage others. Mm-hmm. So you have to be in the right headspace to go into a place like that, or even into any place. You have to be in the right headspace to go and deal with what you're about to deal with.
Yeah.
And I think...
How did you do that?
I think make sure you're prepared. So every day I would write down on the whiteboard, I'd write a plan. And 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't follow it.
Yeah.
But at least for me, even if you don't do it in order, at least you have stuff to pick from. That sort of... So you don't have to make it up.
Or you don't have to like make as many decisions when you're under pressure as well?
Yeah. Well, you always have to do that, but...
Yeah, but I mean
at least you have a plan A.
Yeah, yeah.
And then plan B, if you don't have an idea, you should probably make one.
Yeah. Did you have one at the time?
Yeah. But even now when I teach health or sport, I've got a plan A. Usually I have a plan B. And when I go, that's when I teach health, which is inside. When I go outside, because I've done that for like 4 or 5 years, that's all. I already have it all.
Yeah, yeah.
I know what I'm going to do. I know what's going to happen if it rains. I know what's going to happen if something doesn't work because they're not at that level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have all the contingencies, and early on it would have been helpful to like...
Yeah.
To write them down or have them known.
Yeah.
Because when you were first starting out, like...
Yeah, you're a bit worried, you're a bit stressed, and you're like, oh no, it's just started to bucket down in the middle of my sport lesson. Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And now, like, I'm not worried. I'll bring a speaker. We'll have a dance battle in the classroom.
You've had some good dance battles.
I've had some great dance battles. Like, I've got,
That's
like,
so good.
all these games. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, how's that? How's that translatable to life? Do you do that in your life outside of teaching?
Well, the takeaway, not even... Well, yeah. No. the takeaway for me from that sort of mindset is to just not really stress. Mm-hmm. And, like, you've got... In that, it's your job, like... You have responsibilities.
Yeah, like, but how have you justified not to stress?
Because I'm prepared for everything that's going to happen in the day. Like, there's nothing... Like, obviously, there's things that are going to happen that you have to adapt to, which is okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm prepared for everything that I expect.
Yeah.
So, like, there's no need to stress or worry or be like, oh, my God, I don't know what's going to happen now. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think that makes you a better teacher?
I don't know, better. It's just my style. Some people stress so much when it's all going to be all right. If you have like basic preparation in place.
Yeah. Do you think it's details? They get stuck on details?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like, yes, my job is serious and you like it has an impact on the future.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you're teaching kids like ball skills and health, which is it's important, but
Yeah.
like you can have fun with it. Like,
Yeah.
it's a fun job. It's a fun job.
It's a fun job.
Just get me outside, kicking a ball,
Yeah.
teaching kids how to get knocked over and get up again and go again.
Teaching kids how to get knocked over.
It happened like the last lesson. We're playing soccer and the ball was really stupid. It was rubber and it was getting stuck to the ground and to their feet. Anyway, so many kids fell over and grazed their knees, and usually they'll stop and cry, but they were just all getting up and just kept going. And I was like, this is great.
What's happening? Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Okay, we're gonna go on to a different topic. We're gonna talk about your career in coaching women's football.
Football, soccer.
Yes, soccer. And so you did how many years of NPL coaching?
NPL 1, 3, and I think NPL 2, maybe 2.
Yeah.
So I was at Nepean for 2 years, and then I think MacArthur for 3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So for some context for the non-football people.
So there's New South Wales NPL, which is in New South Wales. It's the top level you can play.
Yep.
New South Wales NPL 1.
Depending on your age, they all have an NPL 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was with the 18s.
Mm-hmm.
So that was NPL 1. And then it went 18s, reserve grade, first grade when I was there. But I think now they have a 23s or
okay.
21s. But I think they don't have reserve grade. So it goes 18s, 23, first grade.
Oh, okay. I understand.
So that's NPL. And then a lot of WA League players will, when the A-League season ends, the NPL season is still going. So they'll come back and play in that.
Right, okay.
So it's the top level in New South Wales. Not in, the W League is the top level in Australia.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So that's,
okay.
For some of them, I think that can be their job. I know that it doesn't really pay that well right now, but I think it will in the next 5-10 years.
Yeah.
To be full-time.
Okay, and I want to ask you about coaching girls because I think from my experience so far, girls have a different experience of sport than boys. And I don't mean better or worse, I just think different. And I think you could probably attest to that as going through soccer and going through the ranks and then also seeing the girls do it at basically at the level you were at. What do you think?
So I've played soccer like my whole life basically. In boys, you know, I think it's different, but I think the players are different. I think the coaching is actually not too different.
Okay. The coaching is not too different.
It's different, but it's not too different. Like,
Okay.
I think there are good coaches and there are not so good coaches.
Okay.
And I've been, as a player, on the receiving end of not a good coach. Just like calling us just names, just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Just people
it's soccer.
I think there's coaches, I don't know how it works for you in gym.
Yeah.
But there's coaches who you would run through a wall for, and there's coaches who you wouldn't run through a wall for.
Yeah.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like way to describe that relationship.
Yeah, all I mean by that, and I think for girls would be like, you want to play and do your best for this person or you don't.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this person, you could care less if you play good or bad, and like you're just really thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas I think a good coach is like, like if you play really good or really bad, or really good, you're like, yes, like they're gonna be really proud,
Yeah.
or no, like they know I can do better than that, and it's like if you don't have that sort of relationship with a coach, it's like, well, it's either gonna be if you're playing bad, you're like, here we go, I'm gonna cop shit,
Yeah, I think that's the real thing about
or
it.
good, or it's like, yeah, they're gonna praise me for 1 second until I make another mistake.
Yeah, okay. If that's both scenarios,
That's
being
like
the shit coach.
Yeah,
or
that's like shit coach worst end of the spectrum.
You know what I just thought is like maybe the difference is you're getting constant feedback as a soccer player from your coach, especially even on the sideline, like even on game day.
Yeah.
And we're not really getting that.
True.
We're more getting like cues, not like praise or critique in the middle of the thing.
Yeah.
Where I feel like that would really play into like your actual game time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the first grade coach at the time of MacArthur was Stephen Peters, and he now coaches Perth Glory women's A-League team. And he was great.
Yeah.
Like I think one of the main differences with girls is I think the social, well, from what I've seen in team sports, the social aspect of a team can affect the performance of a team.
Yeah. I would say in both, but would you say more in girls?
Yeah, like it can get very like cliquey, and like even certain players wouldn't pass to certain players because of something that wasn't even related to the game. And I'm sure that happens in men's.
But maybe not as much.
Yeah, and it's a bit more obvious, I think.
Yeah.
And because I was the assistant coach, I sort of kept my ear to the ground.
Yeah. But I think that's true.
No, I think but even like the good head coaches, they do that as well.
They're almost part of it.
Yeah, they know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What were you
so
gonna
you
say?
think no, that's all right. We can move on. You think one of the main things is culture in a team? Was there something that you did to...
Like, when the morale is bad and when the morale is like up.
Was there anything that you did to like foster that?
I think the preseason stuff is important, just getting them to hang out without the actual thing, like sport.
Yeah.
Like we ran the sand dunes, like we went, I think we went bowling or something.
Yeah.
I think that sort of stuff is underrated in terms of team building.
Yeah.
And I think that can be applied to really anything, like workplaces, whatever.
But how do you stop them from being in their cliques? Because I even see that happen in my sport.
Just split them up. And I think...
Like group activities?
Yeah, I think Stephen was really good at that. He's like, you got to squash that shit.
Yeah.
And depending on the play, you can do it in a playful way. It's like, like Hayley, do you think Ellie's like the only part you can have the whole year? Or you just be like, okay, pick someone you normally wouldn't go with, and then they would.
Yeah. And if they don't,
sometimes
then
they
you have
don't.
to enforce it.
Yeah.
Like,
you swap.
Yeah.
It's like they have to do a drill with someone that they don't normally do it with.
Yeah, and then they start to get to know them.
Yeah, and they got to communicate with them and all that.
Yeah.
I think maybe with guys, that's not as big as a deal.
No, I definitely agree. I think I've seen boys in general, I think are happy to like...
I think boys are just like...
move around, but I think girls, and I can't speak for all of the girls in the world, but I'll speak from my experience, is it feels a lot safer to be with like who you know.
Yeah.
And putting yourself out there, because I think that a lot of people, I think boys struggle with it too, but girls struggle a lot with insecurity, and it can sometimes look like bitchiness.
Yeah.
But it's actually like, I'm intimidated by this situation, so I'm going to like keep to myself.
Yeah.
And so if you push that boundary of getting them to interact and communicate and realize that person is just feeling as nervous as me about this.
Yeah, and even making mistakes in front of them. And then they'd be like, no, it's all right, like, keep going. And you're like, oh, maybe they're not who I thought they were.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, and anything else that you thought was different about coaching girls, or anything that you thought was more important when coaching girls?
Anything different or more important? I think in all coaching, I think boys and girls, it's important to just have like a good relationship with them in general.
But how do you establish a good relationship, especially with like,
I think
you're with mostly kids that are quite young, but then also up to this age of 16, 17.
Yeah, you just talk about anything of their interest. I think that's people skills 101. Just ask them like
About something they care about.
anything that they care about. Their favorite footy team, what they did on the weekend. I know this this one girl where I teach, she does swimming like every weekday morning.
Yeah.
How was swimming this morning? Bang. That's it.
Yeah.
She might talk for 5 minutes about how swimming was. She might say, oh, it was all right.
And move on, yeah.
But you've just shown that you know something personal about them that probably 90% of people will, like some of her friends didn't even know.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Just that little bit of effort goes a long way.
Yeah, just remember how many brothers they have. Remember...
Yeah.
And then you can say, wow, did your brothers give you a hard time on the weekend?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
and it makes them feel seen.
Personal details, I think that's important. Obviously, within boundaries.
Yeah.
Not like about anything that you shouldn't talk about.
Yeah.
And about yourself. I'll say like, oh, I have a sister. Like, obviously, you don't talk about your personal life.
In depth, yeah.
Yeah. Because then they can actually have some sort of connection to you and they can relate to you. It's like, oh, yeah, I have a sister too. Yeah, great. I have a dog. You have a dog too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we have so much in common.
Yeah. We're best friends. Are we friends now?
Yeah.
Just some sort of connection where you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Like this kid, I played cricket and I called him Donald Bradman for the rest of the year and he was like, yeah. He was like, that's tough, sir. That's tough. Donald Bradman, the best cricketer of Australia, if you don't know.
If you don't know, I don't know.
Best batsman of Australia.
I know now. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I think I segued a bit there. I think...
You can say, that's when you can say, I digress.
I digress.
And then you can go.
The other thing that I will say, which I think I've seen not handled great, is in big pressure moments or in a game or in training where you want to flip your shit, you don't. Or you wait for that time where you know that it's going to hit a spot.
What do you mean? For who?
For the players. Not flip your shit in terms
you mean
of just...
you,
yeah,
like,
as a coach.
really moderating, choosing your moments.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's so easy to say, like... Because, like, everyone's going to make a mistake. And especially, like, 17, 16, 15-year-old soccer players, they're going to make mistakes all the time.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to lose your mind and be like, what was that? No, ba-da-da. And I think that's very easy to damage the relationship of the player-coach.
Yeah.
Like, that can be traumatic for some players.
And their relationship with the game as well.
That too, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's, like we were saying before, that's such a big one in team sports like that, where you're getting that, like, constant...
Yeah.
feedback to you, good or bad.
That's what I was going to say about the C license. They actually encourage you not to say anything now on the sideline during gameplay.
Yeah, interesting.
That's what it was.
I think that's a worthwhile point. Do you?
I think it's a bit too far.
Well, yeah, because then,
I think it's
then
sometimes,
you can't give any
you can't
any feedback.
Yeah, like,
and you still need to sometimes.
Yeah, and it's much easier to sometimes see things when you're standing on the outside for anything.
Yeah. But maybe it's just the approach that so many coaches took.
Yeah, and I think because it was getting like a bit abusive and a bit screamy.
Yeah.
Where they went, no, like, we're not allowing that. Which I think, like, you watch the Premier League, like, the coaches are yelling. You watch Arsenal, you watch Arteta. He's on the sideline, not even in his technical area, which is the box I've standing. He's yelling like this. He's doing this.
Yeah.
Like, and they're arguably... I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. They're arguably the best team in the world right now. Like, in football.
Yeah.
And, like, he's
coaching.
He's on the sideline.
He's
coaching for 90 minutes. Like,
yeah.
He'll tell players to go down so he can bring the group over and give them instructions mid-game.
Yeah. So he's actually coaching, but he's not like...
Yeah, he's not...
abusing the players.
So then, like, that's fine. And if you need to give instructions during the game or give praise during the game, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, I agree with you. I think when I thought of it, I was just thinking of, like, all the soccer games I've been to watch you.
Yeah.
And it'd just be like, depending on the coach, you had one absolutely fantastic coach, but a lot of the coaching and even the team on the sidelines is just like a berating to
Yeah, it's bad.
either your same team or the other team.
Yeah.
Which I actually think that doesn't foster the best things out of people.
No.
But you're right. When it's actually coaching, that's so valuable.
Yeah.
How could you like take that away?
Yeah. And there's some things that you can really only teach in certain moments.
Yes, I agree.
So it's like, why? Well, like,
Yeah.
I think that's the not saying anything during the game is a bit too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was just that rule was basically for the coaches that
Yeah.
either wouldn't shut up or were abusive.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's always what happens. The few ruin it for the many.
The few ruin it for the many. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not, obviously they can't enforce that, but yeah, that's what is recommended. I'm pretty sure when I did it.
Yeah.
Which was like probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something to say for like doing the coaching, doing the work in training, and then letting them do their thing.
100%, yeah.
But I think in my case of my sport, it makes more sense than in your case of your sport to have no coaching during an ongoing situation for 90 minutes versus a 10-second routine.
But do you get coached during like
in training?
No, but like
they can't speak.
Or even if they hold the mat.
Yeah, they can't speak.
Like when you walk past them and you do a little high five.
Oh
and you walk back with them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they can.
No, during the routine, no.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
But after the routine,
that's hard to coach anyway.
Well, yeah, you can say the cues.
Yeah.
But yeah. From what you said, anyways, what I've understood is there's not actually heaps of difference in
No,
coaching.
I think there's a few slight differences, and I think there's a few things that would, like, for example, if a coach yelling at the group before a game, like, sometimes that works with girls and like revving them up, but I think maybe more boys that would work.
Yeah,
like there's just
less effective.
like just little differences.
Yeah.
But girls do like they do like to be revved up. Like,
Yeah.
Like they want to go.
Yeah. I think it depends as well on. It depends on the relationship with the coach. One, like if it's a coach who's just constantly screaming, abusive, that kind of coach, that's not going to really rev you up unless you just get angry.
No. Yeah.
And I don't think that's super effective, personally, being angry. But it might work for some people. But I think it has a expiry point.
Yeah.
Where it actually becomes a bit damaging.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's many differences. I think, like all professions, there are good coaches and there are bad coaches. And the good coaches, doesn't really matter, boys or girls, like they'll do a good job. You know what I will say? The girls, I think, prefer a lot more structure. And usually they have a lot more questions.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to get it wrong, which is what I found.
Yeah, okay.
Like the questions, sometimes the questions were, they just wanted to understand.
Yep.
But a lot of them were like, what are the rules?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
because
I
I
can
don't want to do
definitely
the wrong thing.
relate to that for myself. Not always the wrong thing, but that is a good point. But sometimes also it's just like males at times tend to have a higher percentage of like a dominant personality. Yeah. So they'll be very quick to like make their own decisions. And so you get some instructions and you just go and do what you do.
Yeah.
Whereas I think girls wear sometimes less dominant personalities, and then that means that, can you make the decision for me?
Yeah.
And I think that happens a lot. That happens a lot for us.
Yeah.
Where you just want a little bit more. But I think something that I've learned along the way is like, and even talking to my coach, Tom, he even said, like, I give you the task and sometimes there's 2 decisions and sometimes it literally doesn't matter which one you choose. It's the point is for you to make a decision. I think that's a pretty good point because it's something that we don't naturally like to do.
Yeah.
Some girls, I'm not saying all, but I think it is hard for a lot of girls to like make a decision, take their own direction and do that because it is like checking in with the like, am I doing the right thing? Like validating what you're doing.
Yeah, there was a lot of questions. I remember now. It's been a while, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But once you start to do that, I think the skill gets developed pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And so if you give them some autonomy around that and some guidance of like, this is actually a point for you to make a decision, it changes. Because I feel like it's changed for me. Or when I know I don't want to make a decision, I'll be like, I don't want to make a decision. Can you just choose for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it was that, like they have to make a decision, but sometimes this isn't really related, like, but it's more of the questions thing. If you sometimes if people have a lot of questions, and then this goes back to teaching too, that probably means you didn't do the best job explaining what you needed to explain.
Yeah.
From a coaching or teaching standpoint. Generally, if there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, and you don't mean insightful questions.
No, I mean like, what's this? What do we do now? What happens next? If this happens, what happens then?
Yeah,
like those sorts of questions. It's like, okay, you need to, like, as a teacher, coach, be like, okay, everybody come back in, let me explain it again. Or for next time, you need to make sure that
it's clearer.
You probably do a better job. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. All right. Yeah. Is there anything you want to add about coaching? You don't have the hiccups now. That's good.
Hold your breath.
Damn it, can't hold my breath if you laugh at me.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of hours, but I think I learned a lot and took me to like where I am in terms of talking to a group, giving instructions, and I was teaching sport at that time as well. So that helped me coach.
It's like all comes together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that helped me coach, but then coaching helped me because those kids were older.
Yeah.
So you had to be a bit more assertive and a bit more sure of yourself. Whereas when you're teaching,
because they'll
when you're teaching 6-year-old kids, like they won't really catch on. But 17-year-olds will be like, what's this shit?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And that reminded me of not that last part, but before. Have you seen the Steve Jobs commencement speech?
No.
Oh, it's so good. He talks about how he wasn't like signed up to uni, and then he sat in at this random lecture, and it was about fonts. And then there was a bunch of things like along the way that all came together to be like, okay, you're the founder of Mac. Like there was all these things that were like exactly in line with what you would need to do that.
Yeah, right.
And it was weird. Yeah, reminded me of that. There was like quite a few things that you did that kind of all fed into where you're at.
Here I am.
Here you are. Okay, cool. Anything overall you want to add?
Yep. It costs nothing to be nice to people.
There's no way that's what you finished with.
Nah, I think if you want to coach or teach, and I actually, last thing, because I thought about this today.
Yeah.
Is like, it's great to be likable.
Yeah, okay.
But not everyone is going to like you. And that is okay.
Yeah.
And that is something that I learned at the end of last year at uni, because I'm not really a big, I'm going to get this kid in trouble sort of guy at school when I'm teaching.
Yeah.
Like, getting kids in trouble, like...
Yeah, you're not super reprimandy.
I'm not a reprimander, but you have to be sometimes, because there's boundaries and you can't cross them. And if you let kids cross them, they continue to cross them, then where is it?
Yeah. You got to.
So you have to. And obviously in that moment or in general, you won't be liked. It won't be a fun time.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to remember that that's okay. As long as you have a strong relationship before, and some kids you won't, which is also okay. You'll be able to rebuild that up again, but there are moments where you won't be liked.
Yeah.
And that, it hurts a bit.
Yeah.
It stings a bit. You're like,
because like at a basic human level, you want to belong.
Like, I just told this kid to go pick up 50 pieces of rubbish. He's not going to like me.
Yeah, he's going to be a bit upset when he gets back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's important to be nice, but it's important to also have your boundaries and to know that you won't be liked at all times. And that's okay, as long as you're being firm and fair.
Yes.
And I think that's the same in coaching as well.
I was just going to say, I think some of the best coaches and teachers people describe as they're my friend when they got to be my friend,
Mm.
and they're my coach when they got to be my coach.
Yep.
Like, you can have those serious conversations. You can have that, like, not cutthroat, but close type of relationship where you're, like, straight through the bullshit. And
Yeah.
you're like, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And if it hurts them, it hurts them, but you're not doing it intentionally to hurt them. You're always doing it for the best reasons or your best intentions, right?
Yeah.
And then, when you're going to be a friend, you're going to be their friend.
Yeah. And I love those ones where you have a really good relationship with a student or whoever, and you pull it, like they've done something stupid or something that they shouldn't have done. You pull them aside and you just look at them and just like, come on, like what was that? And they're like, I know. And you're like, yeah.
And that's all you have to do.
And you're like, not again. And they're like, okay. And they walk off and they know.
Yeah.
Because it's like, they've almost, like, you've disappointed me as,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
there's this relationship and respect there. And it's like, you know that was not cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would you do that? Like, when you're with me, like,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
both-
Come on, I thought we had
yeah,
something.
like we both
Yeah.
know that that's not right. And they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Whereas some kids just don't get it. But
Yes.
I think with the older ones, like year 4, 5, 6, they're like, yeah,
Yeah, it's so interesting that at that young they kind of get it
yeah.
as well. Like the little.
And those are
little
the easy ones where it's like, you don't even have to be not liked, but you have the same impact as if a kid that was not liking you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you don't have to do the reprimand. Like, the reprimand is you pulling them aside and being like, what was that, man?
Yeah, and they're like,
Whereas the other kids will be like, I didn't do anything. Yeah, go pick up 50 pieces of rubbish.
yeah. Yeah.
Honky.
And another thing I think on the back of that is a repair.
Yes, of course. You have to do that. Otherwise, nah, you won't have the same impact that you had the first time.
Yes.
Or you won't be able to have any impact.
Yeah.
You'll just be like another person.
Who got angry at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when you talk about repair, it's more not only the moments that you've reprimanded them and you believe in the thing that you're enforcing, but when you've reprimanded them and you've maybe gone too far or you've done something that maybe broke that trust or that relationship.
Yeah.
And you do have to go back and be like, hey, you know what? Like, this is the reason for this, but
Yeah.
I did do this and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, apologizing when you've made a mistake. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like, everyone does that and they get it and they respect it more.
Yeah, I can think
And-
of so many teachers who just like...
Yeah, they don't care. And
Nah.
the main thing that I do, if I see something's happened or one kid's angry or he's hit someone, I always ask them first. I ask them what happened.
Yeah.
And like, why did that happen?
Yeah.
And then it might have been something like, bless you. It might have been like something like a handball game, and one kid said the ball went out, and the other kid said the ball went in.
Very
It's like,
serious
that was,
stuff.
yeah. Like, but for them, you have to understand that is serious.
No, that is their entire life.
That
Yeah,
is
I
their-
fully understand.
Like, they run into school to get the handball court.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that is the most important thing for them at that time.
Yes.
And for us, we're like, why are you racked like that? It's a game of handball. Like, get over it.
Yeah.
But for them, it's like, this is the World Cup.
Yeah.
And like, so while you have to understand, you don't have to pretend that it is, because it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
But you need to understand that that's where they're coming from. And maybe give them a tool next time, because usually the behavior they'll do is inappropriate.
Yeah.
Or crossing some sort of boundary or breaking a rule. So you need to give them a tool that they can use, so then you don't even have to really...
Step in, yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll
spider.
and then they'll be better humans for it later.
Yeah. And then instead
I
of...
think that's really the point, right? That's teaching.
Yeah, instead of pushing someone
It's
or
like-
hitting someone, it's like, oh, like, let's ask 3 people, and if they all say yes, it was in, or if they all say no, then we're just going to go with their decision. Or the people who are on the sideline who are waiting, it's their call, or something else. Or if you're not sure, come watch me, or if you're not sure, replay the point.
What do you mean, come watch me?
I mean, come get me, and I'll...
Oh, yeah. I was like,
And
what?
I'll watch the
You're gonna
point.
show them how to play handball.
Yeah, sorry. Like, come get me, like, before you hit someone, come and
Yeah.
tell me what happened, and then I can say, hey, let's replay the point, or hey, let's move on, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, understanding their perspective is important.
Yeah, definitely. That actually is a really good point that I hadn't have thought of. It's their entire world is literally handball on that day in that moment.
Yeah.
It's their whole world.
Yeah.
Like, we have all this other stuff that we think about, oh, it's not that big in the grand scheme of whatever.
Yeah.
It is that big in the grand scheme of their life.
Yeah. It's
And
devastating.
then if you can use that as a training ground for
Yeah.
other stuff,
Yeah.
like that's what teaching and coaching is. I think as well in my like athletic journey, that's what being an athlete has been, a training ground for other stuff.
Yeah.
If you can get the lessons out of that, you're laughing. You can go into a situation, you can extrapolate the same lessons and then
Yeah.
be a better person in that situation than you maybe would have been if you didn't
Yeah.
have that previous experience like handball. All right, regulate your emotions basically is what you're teaching them.
Yeah.
Don't have an outburst when
Yeah.
it's not appropriate.
Yeah. Go walk away.
Don't hurt someone else when you're upset.
Yeah. Don't put your hands on anyone.
Find another way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking of this.
Tell it to finish out the episode.
This sort of, it's not really relevant to what we're talking about, but it sort of is. So
Okay, go for it.
he's in year 2, this kid.
Yeah.
So he's like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Rough.
Let's say 7. So I was watching it like from the distance, and some kid, he ran up behind him and like he either like pinched him or like hit him and then ran off.
Yeah.
And this other kid chased him and then hit him back.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
So I pulled the first kid over who did whatever he did. And I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, he did this, this, and this. And I was like, okay, keep your hands to yourself. I don't want to see it again. See ya. Did I go to the other kid? I'm like, what just happened? And he goes, oh, he hit me. I was like, okay. So you chased him across the whole playground to hit him back? He's like, yeah. He's like, my dad said if someone hits me, I can hit them back.
Awesome.
And I said, I said, okay. I said, look, your dad is free to tell you whatever he wants to tell you. And I said, let me tell you something. I said, do you think you were defending yourself? And he said, yes. And I was like, okay. I said, were you in danger? And he goes, what do you mean? I was like, were you in danger of being hurt more? And he said, no. And I was like, well, then that's not defending yourself. I said, I'm happy for you to put hands on if you are in a position where you can be seriously hurt.
Yeah.
I said, if one kid pinches you or hits you and runs off, I said, that's not defending yourself. I said, that's retaliating. I said, you come and get me, and he's the only one who's getting in trouble, and you're not sitting out at lunch. Because that's what I sat him out at lunch.
Yeah.
And I had to explain. I said, do you know why we have the hands-off rule? I said, because when you leave school, it's not for a while for this kid, but if you put your hands on someone, the police come.
Yeah.
They handcuff you and they take you away. And I was being extreme.
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
Yeah.
That is it's assault.
Yeah.
That's why it's the rule.
Yeah.
From so young, you should not and you shouldn't put your hands on anyone.
Yeah.
Unless you are in danger.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I'm sure there's other situations that I haven't thought of.
Yeah. I'm sure there's other situations.
But
but in general,
if you're in danger or if
for a kid.
you feel threatened, or like you are under threat because someone has raised their fists or is beating you up.
Yeah.
I said, I don't care.
Yeah.
I said, if you need to defend yourself, you defend yourself. I said, but if someone flicks you, or I don't know what I did is I said, stand up when he was sitting down at lunch. I said, push me. He goes, what? I said, push me. I said, it's all right. I said, you're not in trouble. Just push me. He pushes me. And I looked around and I said, am I in danger? And I said, should I hit you back? Should I push you back? He goes, no. And I said,
there it is.
Correct.
What do you think, though, is the solution other than going to someone else and being like, hey, sir, he pinched me and whatever? Is there another skill that you can teach them to... Because it's so hard when they're that young. Like, they're not going to sit down and have a conversation of like...
Nah, of course not.
Is
there another... I think for ease, it's just easier when they come and get you.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, someone's done the wrong thing and this person's... It happened to them.
Yeah.
They've come and told me. That's the right thing to do, really.
Yeah.
You go and tell the trusted adult
Yeah, maybe like I was thinking something along the lines of, but you do end up sometimes doing this, right? Is like you mediate then.
Yeah.
Like you go and you bring them together and be like, hey,
Yeah.
what's the deal here?
Yeah. But like if they
Say sorry. Sorry, Ben.
If they were to do it by themselves though, I don't know.
Yeah, manage that situation by themselves. Like, could you give them tools for that? But they're so young, that's hard. But...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I don't think they would have the presence of mind.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to, like, get them to, like, remove themselves and be like, okay, that just happened. They'll still be in it, being like,
yeah. They don't think about their thoughts. They're too young.
Yeah.
They just have thoughts and it's them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have anything to round out that you want to say?
That I want to say?
What have you taken away from today?
Great question, teacher Thomas.
Reflection.
All right. I've taken away one. The kids that got the really hard stuff going on at home really can make us feel super grateful for what we have in our situations, and the kids that go to public, private, Catholic, other schools that aren't behavioural schools.
Agreed.
Have such a fantastic opportunity for becoming good people in the world.
Yep.
Versus not good people. It's not really what I want to say. Because I don't think those kids are bad people, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Just becoming, becoming the best version of themselves they can be. They have a leg up.
Yep.
They have a leg up, and so take that opportunity. And if you are or have come from one of those situations, to come out of that is incredible.
Yep.
And if you can make some choices or find someone to support you or have had an amazing influence in your life to take you there, that's incredible.
Yep. I think also from that, you should be super grateful if you have not even necessarily parents, but one or two parents that love you.
Or guardians, caretakers,
yep. That love you and spend time with you and make sure that they're taking care of you and want the best for you. That's also important, because in places like that, a lot of the kids didn't have that.
Yeah.
A lot of them were in foster care and things like that.
Yeah. And I think some people take that as parents, like, love you and care for you. Some people be like, oh, my dad's so annoying and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But they care so much.
Yeah.
And parents aren't always going to be perfect and get it right. They're actually just people too.
Yep.
And so the fact that they're there is what you really mean, and doing their best with what they know at the time is the biggest thing.
Yep.
And you'll learn lots of lessons from them. What to do, what not to do. lots of lessons.
Mucho.
Love you, Mom and Dad. Yeah, that was that thing from that.
Super grateful. Yep.
That's what I really took away. And also that it's very important to take care of yourself to be the best version to give to others.
Yep. I'm not saying you have to turn up at 100%, but if you're not like 80% or maybe 70 or above, then you probably are going to have a hard day in terms of what happens in front of you and what's happening.
Yeah, and there's so many things you can do about that, which sometimes is like the activation energy to do those things is really hard.
Yeah.
But once you start with something small, you can build on those things to build up that percentage to 70, 80, 90, 100 to be able to give to others what you actually have to offer.
Yeah.
I think everyone has something to offer to others, especially when they're showing up at those percentages.
Yep.
That's what I got from that. And then coaching the girls, I think the main thing I really actually took was the breaking that clique culture that develops in teams and individual sports, just groups of people that train together, and humanizing everyone, not making it like they're better or they're worse than me. Actually, like having a commonality or a rapport with everyone, doesn't matter how different you are, trying to find something that you at least can solidly say you can show respect to that person, you know?
Yeah.
It's not a reason of they do this or they do that, just because they're a human and you're able to show respect to other people.
Yeah, you almost want like the worst player on the team rooting for the best player on the team, and the best player on the team rooting for the worst player on the team.
Yeah.
In terms of like encouragement or respect, that sort of thing.
Yes,
Like,
because
if you can get those two ends to come together,
the middle will sort itself out.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think the middle will be like, wow, this person thinks that of that person thinks that of that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, which isn't easy, but yeah.
No.
But yeah, that's good.
And then lastly, we kind of got to just...
Best kid behaviors.
yeah, kid behaviors.
Perspective taking is important for that one.
Yeah, taking on their perspective and then using that as a training ground for life. I think that's really what I took.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Loved it. That was good. Ready? Can never do this.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
In our own house.
Long travel.
We live together. We don't live in our family home, but I decided to take him in.
Oh yeah, I took her in, but it's all right. Another time. Next episode.
All right. Please hit the follow button because it really helps me to reach as many people as possible. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.